What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Rob's Gaming Table. Today on the table we have another Game of Thrones, the card game, 2nd edition tournament match for you, brought to you by these awesome backers from patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table. Thanks for your support, guys. In this match from Canadian Nationals in the 6th round, we have Guillaume playing a Lannister Stag against this noob Rob playing Greyjoy Crossing on the right, who sounds and looks just like me. I don't know. Anyways, I'm rooting for that guy, though. Alright, so Guillaume coming down from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, down to Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where this tournament's taking place. And I'm coming from Hamilton, Ontario, an hour down the road. He's about 5 or 6 hours up the road the other way. And he has a Red Cloaks, is that Tickler? Looks like a Tickler. And a Dragonstone Faithful. And down at the bottom, I think that's a Chamber of the Painted Table. I'm pretty sure it's Chamber of the Painted Table. It might be the Northern Encampment, but I think it is a Painted Table. And it looks like on my side I have a Little Bird on a Victorion, an Iron Islands Fishmonger, and a Rose Road. He's got Summer Harvest as his opening plot, hitting my Noble Cause. So we're both evening out there at about 7 gold. I do have a Rose Road to give me that little +1 bump. And I have my Magic 2 gold in that Lord or Lady reduction, assuming I have one, but I'm pretty sure I do if I open with it. It's rare when I don't see one in the opening hand. And it looks like I got a copy of Victorion in there, ready for a duplicate. So it looks like initiative is won by the Lannister Stag player. And we've seen Guillaume already on the channel in a previous match from this series. If you want to watch any of the previous matches, go check out the playlist on Rob's Gaming Table for Canadian Nationals, because there is a live stream from the first day with a bunch of Swiss games that were not in this series commentated, and the cut is there, showing a game from the top 8, the top 4, and the finals commentated by a couple other guys that aren't me, and thanks to them for doing that. I will be posting the finals later, though, with my own commentary, so stay tuned for that. Make sure to subscribe. Hit the like button on these Game of Thrones videos if you want to see more. I got more tournaments coming up after this, and hopefully some Worlds coverage. Stick around. Please, please, please subscribe. It's free. It supports the channel. You can also support us on patreon.com. Link is in the description below. So it looks like he plays a little guy named Tywin, and now it's my Marshalling. I get my dupe on Victorion, Neil my Fishmonger, and it's Euron with the Noble Cause reduction there. So both of us getting our big Tricon 7-costers out there. I like Tywin, but he's a little last year. I'm all about the Euron now. And, of course, there's Dirk on Victorion, giving him a +2 strength buff. Ironborn only attachment. And if he wins attacking, I could steal a gold from the opponent's gold pool. But there is none there right now, so that's not happening this turn. No Tyrion out there to generate some extra gold.
So you're done with marshalling? Yep.
And that's it for marshalling. Over to Guillaume for his Lanny challenges here. So this is the 6th round of the tournament. People were whispering in my ear saying I need to win this or I may not make the cut. I usually don't pay attention to stuff like that. I don't really care. I just play each game as they come. To be honest, more worried about if the live stream's going good or if the videos are recording, to be honest. But when I heard that, I thought, all right, I'm going to try. But Guillaume, he is a good player. Not only a good player, actually, he is a great player. I played him before going up to Montreal. It's nice to see him come down again for Canadian Nationals this year. He was down last year. He is Guillaume, a.k.a. Billy, from the Kings in the North podcast. That did have a few episodes. I don't know if they're still going or if they plan on bringing it back or not. But there's a couple funny guys on that podcast, so I recommend going and listening if you want some good laughs from a couple French Canadians. But I know this doing a Thrones hobby, producing content in your spare time, does it's hard to find time for that sometimes with this thing called real life. That gets in the way sometimes, so I can understand when you get busy and you just fall behind and it's hard to get back into it. As you guys who've been following the channel for a couple of years know, when those big lulls in coverage sometimes just happen. Sometimes just no tournaments going on, sometimes I didn't get any videos, sometimes I just need a break. But yeah, I can understand, but hopefully they come back one day. So looks like I have a gold saved on my side, on the Greyjoy side of things. I think Guillaume's past challenges put it to me, which has confused me here, and maybe that's why I'm taking my sweet time trying to decide what to do. I think he's just maybe banking on me getting some power, and he's going to win dominance and steal it with Chamber to Painted Table. Maybe he doesn't want me to get going. Maybe he wants to prevent a range trigger. That's why he needs to keep his Tywin and his Tickler and Red Cloaks back there to fully defend any intrigue. And since he knows Victarion's there, who could come in on a challenge and do some Intimidate and kneel someone out, he needs to make sure he's got someone there to stop that range trigger. But Victarion does have an intrigue of his own. And I think I'm doing the math here, trying to figure out if I can do a range trigger. If I do a Victarion first, which challenge do I do first? I got Tywin staring at me. He's only 6, though, and Victarion's 7. There is no gold in play to give Tywin a buff. So if I come in on the power challenge, all there is the Dragonstone Faithful and Tywin, but then they have to both get knelt, and that prevents any Intimidate, and then he can use the Red Cloaks and Tickler to block the range trigger. But I don't need to get a range trigger off first here. It looks like I know I'm tired by this point. I know I'm a little spaced out. There's a long 6 rounds and running the stream and whatnot, so. And I'm an old man now, so getting a little tired later in these longer tournaments. But I was just thrown off by him just passing challenges and passing it over to me. And, like, I feel like there's something there that I could do to really maximize his turn, but then I just keep counting the strength and realizing there really isn't. And then I get frustrated that I know he could just win dominance and steal power back that I get from that Chamber of the Painted Table. I know I'm not getting any unopposed through. I have the 1 gold. He's thinking about blocking any We Do Not Sows, which I'm pretty sure I had a We Do Not Sow in hand at that point. So I knew I couldn't blow up that Painted Table, but man, it was sitting there making me want to just pop it with that event. Yeah, I know he's not letting any unopposed through, so.
Power.
So I'm going to do a power to start with 7. And Victarion's, yep, coming in with 7. So if he blocks with the 1 from the Dragonstone Faithful, I still win by 6. I can kneel Tywin, which is what I'm hoping. Or he blocks with Tywin, I win by 1, and he has to kneel the Dragonstone Faithful, so we might as well just put both of them in anyway. And he is going to block with both. So it's a tie right now. So tie should go to the attacker here. I should... no gold to steal, no trigger. Nothing to claim. Renown. And so no power on my house card, so I'm okay there.
Yeah, I know. It's like you block 1, I'll kneel the other. You block this, I'll kneel the other.
So yeah, it sounds like that's what I was kind of locked on, was deciding. It's hard. With Victarion having all 3 icons, you want to win on Intimidate and take something down, or win on offense, taking down someone with Intimidate. But then you look across the board and he has basically all the icons to kind of foil those plans. And he's going to block on the Intrigue with the Red Cloaks. So I do not win to get a range trigger, which I'm okay first round, doesn't matter. I don't need a range trigger. It'd be nice to stand Victarion and win a second challenge, get that second power on him, but he's already running with a dupe, so I feel I don't need to worry. And I get a great haul off of the Victarion trigger. Pillage off the top of the deck. A beautiful, a lucky hit there to start. And that's going to help me with some economy. So he's got a Tywin, I got a great haul. I think we're even now. Just kidding. I already got my Rose Roads. That's my Tywin. So dominance goes to Guillaume, and he's got nothing to steal with Great Kraken. He's going to tickle. And he gets an Iron Mines, which is, I think, a pretty good hit off the Tickler, but nothing to hit in play to discard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And he's going to discard a Fever Dreams. That is the Lannister event that you can play. Put some bestow on it, and if that character ever kneels or attacks, it's a negative attachment. So if that character ever kneels or kneels to attack or defend, he can discard a gold off it. Basically, spend a gold to draw a card. Pretty sure that's how it works. I played it a little bit, but found it a little underwhelming. Looks like he has a second one in his hand, which is maybe why I just chucked that one. I mean, it'd be good to put out there on Victirion. Don't get me wrong. I mean, putting it on him would be pretty nice. Looks like he's thinking of counting coppers there. And it looks like I was thinking the same thing. Turn 2, double counting coppers. The theme of Canadian Nationals here. I know I've mentioned in previous videos, and I think it happened a lot in the Gen Con videos too. Turn 2, counting coppers. It's the thing.
Didn't work, yeah. 1, 2, 3, and 2 more.
3 and 2.
So it looks like I'm going first. I did have less power, but it looks like he chose me to go first. Looks like Guillaume drew into his Iron Throne there, or has an Iron Throne he wants to play. So dupe for Euron. So assuming he's got no bodyguards or dupes, I think I should Valor next turn. And I got a dupe for another dupe for Victirion Greyjoy there. A little overkill. Maybe should have held it in hand, but never know. I just find with so many resets, so many March to the Wall scenarios, sometimes you just don't claim those little chuds. Sometimes you just got to take a dupe off one of your big dudes so you don't get marched. Or you got to stay protected with those, you know, 2 dupes on a single character in case that double Valor hits or Varys into a Valor. So that's why I kind of play those dupes out now. But maybe in the past I would have saved it in hand to protect my hand maybe a little bit. But beautiful play there with the newly made Lord coming in and popping that Chamber of the Painted Table. One of my most hated locations in the game. I've been hating that since the early Baratheon days of this second edition here, and I'm glad to see that hit the discard pile. And I just need Victirion to bring that to my side of the board before he plays another copy of it, and then I don't have to worry about it going into play on his side of the board. And I could use it against him. That would be nice. So it looks like a second Corsair's Dirk there played on Euron. And I'm sitting on no gold, hoping he saves some so I can steal it with either of those Corsair's Dirks. And if he doesn't save any gold and just spends it willy-nilly, and the characters hopefully, I can kill them with a Valor. Or if he blows it on locations, maybe I can blow them up and steal them. But if a Lannister player with no gold on saved and no Tyrion in play makes my shoulders relax and I play less stressed. So watching my opponent spend monies to avoid those Corsair's Dirks is a good thing. Sometimes I prefer them to save it, but I think it's a win-win either way.
Can I do him again?
So he plays an Iron Throne, and I try to re-trigger my newly made Lord, but it doesn't work that way. I tried. And that's all he's going to play. He's going to save 2 gold.
Nope.
And he spends it right away with an even-handed Justice. And he's going to kneel his Dragonstone Faithful to kneel Euron. So Euron cannot go steal that Chamber of the Painted Table right now. And I don't think I'm going to win in Intrigue by 5 to build, standing back up, using Power Behind the Throne from my Scheme deck. So we got this Lannister Stag deck, has a little bit of Kneel in it, has the Dominance package. Lannister with some passive power gain. Oh, man. So taking down Euron takes a little bit of wind out of my sails. I do have that Iron Fleet Scout out there, so I can give a +2 buff to Euron, or I mean Victirion, to help him out. So I'm counting it out there. He's a 7 with the Corsair's Dirk. I can get him up to a 9. I could do a power challenge involving the newly made Lord and get myself up to, what, 13? But what do I really achieve there? So I'm going to do a power, though. of 7. Threaten the Iron Fleet Scout there. So Tywin doesn't have any strength buff. He's the only Pyronic on the table. He's 6. So he's going to go unopposed on that. So I take an unopposed power. I steal 1 on the claim. And I take Renown, and then I intimidate Tywin.
Yeah, might as well. Pass to you.
And that's going to be it for my challenges. Maybe not the most efficient challenge phase, but Tywin not doing anything on his own and attacking, that's not too bad. And I got a bunch of power out of that, so he gets an unopposed with the Tickler on a military challenge. That's okay with me. Tickler's down, doesn't get to do his ability during dominance. I'm okay with that. And he's going to intrigue with the Red Cloaks. And that'll go unopposed. So he'll take some power on his house card. I'm okay with that. I need him to get some power on there that I can steal. And he grabs a Flea Bottom. Which is a card I don't think I really saw much in the Swiss at all. Really got going, but it was in the deck. I think more on the day I was stealing other people's Flea Bottoms was I think what was happening whenever I had it. It wasn't even my own. So he's sitting at 3 power, and I am at 5 power. So still not a bad couple turns for me, I think. I haven't been able to explode and go crazy, but I mean, I'm sitting there with 2 saves on my big guys. I gotta be careful though. If he flips a March when I'm gonna Valor, I could lose one of those big guys. Unless I have a Risen from the Sea in hand. I think I have an Iron Mines in hand. I need to get that on the board maybe first before I get risky with it. But and I'm going to play actually the 2/8/2 Rise of the Kraken into his Winter Festival. And I win initiative. I think I'm going first. He puts 2 power on his Winter Festival because he's going to trigger that reaction at the end of challenges. I didn't really need economy there. I didn't really want to Valor yet. The only thing I really need to get in play was an Iron Mine, so a couple golds, not a big deal. Going first with 2 claim. Puts a little more pressure on him as long as he doesn't marshal out a ton here. So it might be a little weird playing my closing plot, but if I think I have confiscation in there, so I didn't want to play that to discard either of my attachments yet. I don't need to play an economy plot at this point. So yeah, I think just going the 2/8/2 was just burning a lower gold plot while I don't need it right now, and maybe putting some pressure on my opponent. So we'll spend 1. Looks like that Iron Mines is going to come into play there. Gonna kneel the Great Hall that I stole, and the Iron Islands Fishmonger, and I play Asha. I see I got Dagmar in hand already too, but now is not Dagmar time. I mean, it could be, I guess. There's a Juicy Iron Throne over there, but and I have too much stuff to save, and you know how it is. I'd rather play my Dagmar after at least 1 Valor has happened, I guess. Probably be the better play, I think. I mean, if not just the steal locations, that Renown body is always nice. And we got a duped Jaime Lannister, though. I really wish I played Valor, though. That would have been... now that he didn't march, it would have been nice to Valor way Tywin there. But Asha's definitely going to help with her stealth to help Victirion get that Intimidate to some good use. Maybe kneel down Jaime, not have to deal with him coming back on the attack on 2 challenges.
Play all your money.
Yeah, threatening my Corsair's Dirks, telling him to spend that money. He wants to save it, but he's looking at the cards in hand. And he's like, doesn't feel like he wants to spend it now. Probably has tricks to do later, but saving it for later gets it stolen, and I get to use it against him possibly. And I'm sure he likes me having no golds. That prevents We Do Not Sows from happening, which that Iron Throne is looking like a good target for that for sure. And he's going to play Shireen, who I don't like because I'm thinking of Valoring. He plays a great card to counter the Valor. And Shireen Baratheon to kneel one of my guys after she dies. Oh, no good, no good.
I know. My opponents do it all the time, and I'm like, damn it, come on, be efficient.
Well, it forces us.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So yeah, he does spend the gold, so not having gold makes me feel all right.
Steal the gold and then
Wish I could steal some, because I think I'm still sitting on a Weed or Not So. I'm pretty sure this is the game where I had it right from the start, and every turn there was a juicy target that I just wanted to pop. But Victarion still, or I mean Euron, sorry, still wants that Chamber of the Painted Table out of that discard pile. So it looks like over to my challenges. Trying to debate what to do here. Doing Victarion on the challenge first. Makes sense. Get that Intimidate, or at least the threat of Intimidate, making my opponent throw some characters in front of it, leaving myself open for other challenges, or leaving himself open for other challenges. So looking at it here from this bird's eye view, I think I should put Asha in on a challenge with Victarion. The other thing is, Rains into Wildfire is an interesting call. I think I was playing Wildfire this tournament. Pretty sure. In my scheme deck, that is. So I'm going to do the Intrigue and get a...
Oh, okay. You said 13.
If I can do the Rains trigger somehow and then do a military after it, that extra claim on a smaller board might be better.
we seem to be playing at
not
quite a
bad.
good pace.
Not bad.
Yeah, I am playing a little slow here, and I did notice it. I felt the game was going a little slow, but I hear the judge call out time there. I got a little worried that more time had passed than it really passed. And you'll see the time left in the game definitely takes a play later in this game, I believe. See a complete transformation in my slow, careful play here into sloppy, fast, loose play, trying to get in on time here. I know this is frustrating. It's frustrating for me to watch right now. It doesn't feel like so much time's passing when you're sitting there at the table, but this is one of those pressure games where, like I said before, if I lose it, I feel I'm missing the cut. I did have to come the next day. The cut was on a second day. I'm coming to stream anyway, so it's not that big of a deal in my mind. But making the cut's always fun. Those cut games are a whole different beast for experience-wise, I believe. Way different feeling than Swiss games for sure.
Shireen makes things hard.
Oh, I see. So I just said Shireen's a problem, so what I'm thinking is here, doing the military first, make Shireen get killed, and then someone get knelt, and then I'm in trouble.
Have way less
I want to do that, but then she's there.
So maybe I should start with a power challenge, but then Asha can't stand back up because he'll block with one of those chuds for blocking the opposed. But it would help if I want to get the Intimidate off nice and juicy. But then I'm just thinking he's got Tywin out there. He's got Jaime that can hit for 2 challenges. Lots of other little characters that can come back and hit me for challenges. So I'm a little worried about losing cards from hand. Not so worried about military claim. I'm just worried about him firing off and getting a bunch of renown. But I mean, I really shouldn't be. But I mean, with dominance, the passive power of Winter Festival, renown on 2 dudes, winning challenges, before I know it, he can shoot up to quite a bit of power. That is my fear. Just counting it up here. Victarion's coming in. He's got 7 himself. Iron Fleet Scout could add another 2. Looks like I'm debating the new May Lord, so most likely it's a power challenge. And it is going to be a power challenge to start.
7.
So 11 strength power challenge.
11.
And he only has 8 on the board showing. So if he blocks with all 8, I still win by 3. Which means I can kneel a Tickler or kneel a Red Cloaks, worst case. And he's knelt 3 other characters, so that's huge. Or he just kind of blocks the unopposed, and I kneel either Tywin or Jaime, which is also good.
Quite a good answer.
So Guillaume likes my first challenge there. He thinks it's a pretty good one. Prevents Asha from getting stuck. Not being able to stand after by just getting a chud block here. And then maybe I can use her when there's less characters standing to stealth and stand her back up. Maybe. So I do win it. He blocks the unopposed. I do claim 2. And I take a Renown and I kneel Jaime. So I didn't have to use an Iron Fleet Scout there. Now an entry challenge with Euron. He's got +2 off the Corsair's Dirk, so that should be 8. Could be 10 with the Iron Fleet Scout. And he has, looks like 10 showing. Sorry, so the Euron's at 8 with the Corsair's Dirk. Could be at 10. He could defend with 10, but not enough to win. I still get 2 claim, intrigue claim here. I get Renown and Pillage and Euron's effect. So winning the challenge is still good. Best case it's a range trigger. Worst case it's 2 claim intrigue. And all that stuff, best case, I guess. If I'm making any sense with my rambling here. Alright. Looks like Tywin coming in on the defense. And he's going to block for 6. So I can go up to 10, but that's not enough for the range trigger. But I'm okay with that. I am completely okay with that. So not unopposed. I will claim 2. Which is a Treachery and a Hand's Judgment. Both great calls. But he doesn't keep goals, so he can't play them. And I take the Renown on Euron. Pillage an even-handed Justice. And I will steal the Painted Table. There it is. So I may not win dominance. I need that Iron Throne to make sure I do.
I need the table and the chair together.
I got Dagmar in hand. Hopefully you can get out there and go shopping at IKEA and put that table and chair together. Looks like I'm going to do that military. And I'm okay with that because Shireen going off doesn't do anything. Everyone's knelt down. And he's going to block with the Tickler. And 2 claim military is not a bad call either. Maybe he'll get rid of a dupe off Jaime, but most likely not. That would set up a nice Valor, but either way I'm killing 2 dudes, so maybe I don't have to Valor next turn.
It was opposed, right?
It was opposed. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Only when it's unopposed, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing I...
There's a reason I'm not doing you unopposed this time?
Yeah.
Yeah, no one opposed for the Asha bonus, no one opposed for the plot bonus. He's doing a good job of blocking my challenges, make sure no one opposed goes through.
Oh, come on.
And he's going to kill Tickler and the Dragonstone Faithful.
That's done. I put it onto that one and said thanks for watching on that one. Do you want to put it onto the prizes and all that stuff?
Yeah, sure.
And it's my awesome wife coming up there. Helped me run the stream here on the first day of Swiss. Abandoned me for the second day, but I appreciate her help for sure. And yeah, you guys thank her when you see her because she does help me out here. And she allows me all this spare time to do this stuff when I know there's some wives out there that wouldn't let their husbands sit here spending their evenings voicing over Thrones videos. So thank you to Mel. All right, little Theon gets intrigued out of my hand, not Dagmar, which I'm happy about. And he's going to take some unopposed, get his Winter Festival, steal some dominance. Looks like I am sitting at 9 power. He is at 5 power. And looks like I do the Valor. Makes sense. He plays Feast for Crows. So he's looking to get some extra power off the Dominance win. So some more passive power gain.
It's gonna suck either way.
I think I had to do it, though. Can't let Tywin keep running wild. Eventually get a duper bodyguard on him. I know Shireen's going to kneel somebody, but she's going to be there until, you know, I'd rather do it now than in challenges.
Save Jamie.
So Jamie gets saved, of course. I'll save Victarion with a dupe. And you're on with a dupe. And I'm debating Iron Mines here on Asha. And he's remembering his Shireen.
Debating Shireen.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Just don't know if I should save.
Now, the problem is I'm debating not saving her with the Iron Mines because I want to save it out there for Dagmar or, like, another character that I play.
I think it's the call.
Yeah, no,
Well, Asha's so good on the small board, but I feel she may just get Valor next turn anyway. And not having that extra save for, like, Euron would really suck. So I'm leaving myself a little open here, I feel, if he's going to play Valor next turn and not play anything this turn. So all I'd be left with is Victarion losing 2 power to save himself. So he gets Western Fiefdoms. Looks like Lannister player going first here. He's going to kneel both of his Fiefdoms. And we got Tyrion back in play, or actually in play for the first time, sorry. He has not been in play yet. The other games I've been voicing over tonight are blending in together here.
You gonna save money?
So I'm trolling him here with my Corsair's Zerk, telling him I want to save money. Stop spending it so I can steal some of it. I don't really care, to be honest. I just need to save 1 gold to play that damn We Do Not Sow, assuming I have it. But I keep just drawing or having the options that just make sense to play what I have in my hand and not save any gold. Looks like I got a Nightmares in hand now. So definitely saving gold might be a good thing. Can stop Tyrion from having his stealth and his ability, and maybe even stopping Jaime from doing his 2 challenges. That might be nice. The other thing scaring me too is Tywin's on the top of the dead pile. I have 0 claim. So we could see Ghost of Harrenhal if Guillaume is playing it to bring Tywin right back into play. So he's definitely not out of this thing. And he's going to play a Fever Dreams on Asha. Oh, he's going to do it on Euron. And a Bestow for 1. So that way he spends all of his gold. And he can possibly draw some cards if Euron comes in on a challenge here. So now I have another target for We Do Not Sow. Is that damn Fever Dreams. So we get a Great Hall Knelt. Bunch of gold spent. And it's Littlefinger to help draw some cards. Get me some dupes. Give me a save. No, he gets me a Sea Tower. So at least I play a limited. And that's it. And now with Tywin gone, might be easier for me to push through a range trigger. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. He does have Tyrion and Jaime out there, but they'd have to do no challenges. So he's going to do an Intrigue from Tyrion, stealthing Euron, getting 2 gold. And I see he's only got 3 cards in hand, looks like. And he just got 2 gold that he might want to play something with. So I'm okay. Oh, he's got nothing to play right now. Either I steal that gold or he plays something and it leaves him less cards in hand. And I can hit him with... oh, I guess I can't hit him with an Intrigue. I have no claim right now. So I really need to get that range trigger off so I can get some claim. And if I get some claim, I can hit his hand, leave him with like 1 card going into the next turn. And I'll feel a little safer from him recovering anymore. So now he does the military with Jaime. 5 strength. Not kneeling to attack. tough part is Victirion is knelt, so I can use his 2 power to save him. But then it leaves him open for a possible Valor next turn. Or I kill Asha or kill Littlefinger. Maybe I have a Risen in hand. But maybe he's got a Hand's Judgment. We see he plays it in his deck. It's in his discard pile. I think he's got Nightmares in hand right now. And no defenders on that one. No put to the sword. That was also an option. But he does not have it. Littlefinger dies for claim. Or not. No, I'm going to take the 2 power off. Does he have the treachery? No treachery. Oh, man. No treachery. I must be sitting on a Risen in hand. That was a little risky. I don't think I have that other Victirion dupe. I think I've used both of his dupes. And a power challenge with the Dragonstone Faithful for 1. No defenders on that either. He claims a power. He's now up to 9 power to my lowly 5. And we'll see what I can do here with most of my characters standing. So I'm going to do a power stealthing Jamie, since I think a Burnman might jump in on the 2 gold there. And block an unopposed from Asha. That's something I used to do a lot to Greyjoy players. So Asha will stand. No treachery on Asha standing. No claim. He was about to claim, but I stopped him. But I do get unopposed power, so that's not bad. And I gotta watch for dominance here. He does have an Iron Throne and Jamie's still standing. There's a possibility I can still win Dom. Maybe steal a power with the Chamber of the Painted Table. He's got that Fever Dreams there on Euron, which makes me not want to use Euron, but... I think I should just go for the intrigue here. Try to get the range trigger off. Then I can maybe stand Victirion and get an extra power on him. And possibly get some claim going. So I don't know what I was thinking there. No, I don't know what I was thinking. Because I have the Iron Fleet Scout too.
See that Birdman. You see it? It's in there. I know it's in there.
So military stealthing Jamie. And I'm telling him to play his damn Birdman. He's not going to Nightmares. He has a Nightmares hiding in there. But he might be saving that for the Iron Fleet Scout. Maybe that's what he was thinking. Or maybe he can use it on Victirion to prevent me from getting any Intimidate or Renown or anything on him to help him be able to be saved.
+2 is always.
+2.
I don't know if we're still in that military challenge, but Asha did not stand back up. Maybe he's debating Nightmaresing Asha right now.
Alright.
Yeah, there's the Burnman. He's going to spend the gold on it. So now no gold for Nightmares. He blocks for 2, so she does not get to stand back up. No claim. So now I got to count out, do I do this Rains business? I should have did it first. I should have just went for it. Then I could have used the Power Behind the Throne to stand Victirion to get an extra power on him. Because Valor next turn is my worry. But then again, him Valoring his board, that's a thing that I don't think he would do, only having a couple cards in hand.
Intrigue.
So yeah, I don't really know why I'm worried about that, but... So Intrigue challenge with Littlefinger. And he takes 2 gold for Tyrion. I don't want to give him more cards. I think that's what I'm not using Victirion or Euron for. But looking at it now, I should have just went for it. But then again, knowing the challenge won't go unopposed, so and I have no gold to play We Do Not Sow. Oh, winning dominance. That's another thing I'm trying to do here too. But I mean, he has enough gold to make sure he wins dominance and get all the extra power off of Feast for Crows, which I probably forgot about, or... Yeah. letting him get that power too, that's a little too much. Yeah, him winning Dominus is something I lost track of here, and I probably should have made sure it didn't happen.
Holy fuck.
Did I forget the renown on Jamie? Yeah, I did.
And I think Guillaume just realized he forgot a renown on Jamie there.
Oh yeah, right now you saved the turn. So 2 powers. I don't think he's gonna live.
You win.
So Intrigue fully blocked there with Jamie.
Unless you have a
10.
Oh, you went first. Yeah.
And Dominance goes to Guillaume.
Well, the renown I forgot on Jamie might matter.
And he's 3 power away from winning. But he forgot a renown on Jamie. He's a little worried. That would have made him 2 power away from winning. So yeah, definitely goofed up there. I think I could have done things completely different there to get a range trigger off, get some claim going, get some more power on Victirion, steal something out of the discard pile if there's anything there. I don't know. I think I could have done that a lot better. Maybe did my challenges in a different order, not worry about him getting cards, but him not getting cards is a good thing. But I totally forgot about the dominance. Him getting that close to winning, that is, yeah, I may have just sealed my fate there, not doing challenges in the proper order there. So I apologize, guys. I'm sure this is tough to watch. I'm playing slow. I'm making mistakes. I know I am, but... All right. Dual confiscation. So we're going to lose 2 attachments. I now have 1 to discard, so I can finally play my confiscation to get rid of that Fever Dreams. And I want to see what he gets rid of. Is it a Corsair's Dirk? Is it a Little Bird? I think Little Bird's the right call. Of course, there's Dirk's also good. Produce some strength on Euron or Victirion's a good thing too. So I'm obviously getting rid of Fever Dream, so we just get rid of that. I have less power. I don't know if I made him first or not. But we did tie for initiative there. And the Corsair's Dirk off of Victirion was the target for his confiscation. And it looks like I'm going first as the Greyjoy player. And I think time was like a 10-minute warning or something was called here. You might see me pick up my play. And I just got to push for it now. And I play Balon Greyjoy, King Balon. 7-coster, doesn't kneel to attack on military as long as there's no king across the board. And he's got that little ability. I can kneel a Greyjoy location to give +1 to loyal characters in a challenge. I got Little Theon in hand, it looks like. Maybe it wasn't Dagmar in hand. Maybe it was that guy in hand that I thought was Dagmar. So I got a... is that a Priest of the Drowned God in hand, maybe? Nope. Little Theon. So maybe I'm not playing that fast yet. Yeah, it is a Priest of Drowned God and Little Theon. Probably that's the 2 I'm deciding between. Not sure which route to go. I gotta think about strength, gotta think about icons, gotta think about unopposed challenges. What do I need on the board here? Not a single range trigger yet. Not a single We Do Not Sow. Guillaume has done a fabulous job at preventing that. And I'm gonna save 2 gold and play Flea Bottom. He's gonna take my discard to see what I can play from the discard pile into play. Now I have Little Theon. So I don't need to play the one from hand. If I play that, I can either bait a Treachery, or I can just, yeah, not play it at all. But you'll either have to deal with Little Theon or cancel it, basically. And I have that other gold. So if I do have a We Do Not Sow, I have the gold for it. Which, hitting him this late in the game and getting rid of that Iron Throne might be nice to stop him from winning dominance. Wish I would have got it before that Feast for Crows went off, but yeah, it's not looking good here. I think, looking at the board right now, I mean, I do have the big bodies. I got the Renown. He's got a bodyguard now on Tyrion. But did he get another character? Has he got a big Cersei or anything? Oh, he might choose a different target here. He might put it on Jaime. And yeah, it's going on Tyrion. And that's going to be it. Saving 3 gold on his side.
No challenge.
Looks like he didn't really draw on anything good there. So I'm glad that Fever Dreams didn't go off, because maybe that top card on his deck is just the juicy character he needed this round to close it out. But only having 1 renown on the board, he's got to win. He's got to claim 3 power. And I'm going first here. I can steal some, hopefully. Maybe I can intimidate someone. Maybe I can intimidate Jamie, not have to worry about his renown and anything. Maybe I can get a range trigger off to kneel someone. So it looks like I'm doing military stealthing the Burnmen using Asha's stealth there. And Victorion's coming in. Balon's in on the challenge too, not kneeling to attack. And Victorion's going to get a Nightmare, so no intimidate, no renown there. Ouch.
That's bad. Can't wait to watch it. You guys hear me like, yeah, and that's the thing.
But to oppose it, he's got to put Jamie in there, so Asha might stand here. So I'm going to spend 1 first. Weed or not so, Iron Throne is now in the discard pile. Asha will stand for another reaction. Looks like no treachery on that. And it should get renown on Balon after the claim here. So I'm trying to pick up the pace. I don't know if Alex has done it already, but I know he does walk by in this game and let us know we only have a couple minutes left. So this will probably be our last round. And then that's when I start speeding things up, realizing it should not be our last round. I can make it around to the next round. And that's what I need. So I don't know if that happens, or this might be the final round. But according to the timer here on the video, I think we're getting close to time being called. And now a power challenge, stealthing the Dragonstone Faithful. So I'm trying to get him to kneel out Tyrion, and then that's less intrigue to defend with. He'll have to defend with Jamie. He'll lose on the intrigue challenge, and I can maybe go into a filthy accusations to kneel what's left.
Yeah.
And then no challenges from him. I can win dominance, steal a power chamber to the painted table. And you notice Guillaume's playing a little slower now. He's trying to be careful. He doesn't want to mess up and make sure I lose a challenge, or make sure I win on challenges that I shouldn't be winning on, or getting unopposed power that could close the game out for me. But there were some players around the table, and I did kind of notice it. You'll notice I played really slow, trying to be super careful. But once I knew time was running out, I tried to speed it up because I didn't want it to go to a mod win. But Guillaume then slowed down. He put on the brakes on his side. Like, I know he's in that mode where he's close to winning. He doesn't want to goof it up. But some people noticed that, mentioned it. I noticed it too. And I don't think Guillaume was doing it on purpose to try to slow and stall to try to win mod win style. But because I'm still pretty far away, I think. What am I at? 4 on my characters, 5 on my house card there. So I'm at 9. I've stolen 1 away from him, though. And I'm now going to do an intrigue with Euron, 2 gold off of Tyrion's ability there. And I'm looking at my scheme deck here. Thinking, what's the right choice? And he just checks that I'm first player. And he's going to block with 5. So Euron's a 8. Could be a 10. Why did I not do the Iron Fleet Scout?
Range trigger, right? Oh, sorry. I don't know if you mind. Plus, then steal.
Yeah, so I forgot to do the Iron Fleet Scout first. In my head, I'd already done it, but he's okay with me doing it. No treachery on that. So I do trigger the Rains. Power Bind the Throne.
Yeah. Anyways, claim of 1.
So claim on the intrigue. 50-50 shot here. I get Podrick.
Village.
Oh, maybe he was debating to do Podrick's ability, but didn't have enough gold to do the kill.
And your challenge.
And I steal the Iron Throne.
None?
Off of Euron's ability, get a renown.
Dawn.
I think I remember the renown. Hopefully I remember the renown.
Steal 1 with this business.
And yeah, you see me hurrying up there, getting Dom. I'm trying to rush to the next round. I forgot to use the stand token. I'm just that much of a rush. Not that it mattered, really, but I think I was more stupid on wasting the power behind the throne in general. I shouldn't have played a scheme there. It didn't matter. I could have used it in the next round, so it's kind of a waste there to do it on the last challenge. But I know I was playing really fast and just trying to get to that next round, like I said before. And it looks like I'm at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 power. He is at 10. So I am in the lead. But he has Valor. And it goes off. And I have no saves. And I realize I'm a big dummy. Huge dummy. For wasting that range trigger. Maybe you could have done something different with it earlier. Done my challenges in a different order maybe and stood someone else, get an extra renown there. I don't think I could have closed it out though in that last round no matter what. But I do play some Late Summer Feast, so I do have a big economy plot here. He does not. So if I can draw into some good stuff and I have some good stuff in hand, I can recover better. And I also forgot with my Flea Bottom there, I never Flea Bottomed in Little Theon, which could have helped me on an unopposed challenge possibly. And maybe get closer to the victory there. So it looks like I'm working with 11 gold plus a Great Hall and a Sea Tower, and now another Sea Tower. And Guillaume doesn't like my table and chair combo. He says you've stolen my trick there. That's his trick on the small board to win. And there's Dagmar. Maybe he was in hand that whole time. It's just meant to be. But he's just a big renown body right now. There's Little Theon. So at worst, I can jump in a dupe from the discard pile using Flea Bottom. And there's that Priest of the Drowned God I was debating on playing last turn. And a Little Bird on Dagmar, which went back to hand there after Victarion got killed. Yeah, so dumb. I wish I could use that power behind the throne. Oh, he Nightmares Victarion. Never mind. Yeah, the power behind the throne was a big waste, I think, last turn. So there's time called. Now I can breathe. Now I slow it down. I remember as soon as time was called, I was like, okay. Because I just rushed for like 10 minutes to try to get into this round here so that the last round wasn't the last round. Even though I still think I would have won at the end of the last round. So I probably should have just let it end there. But yeah, whatever. I'm not the brightest light bulb in the room, that's for sure. You guys know this by now. It's that tournament pressure. Also, the Greyjoy decks with the 400 triggers. That's the other problem. All right, so he wasn't able to marshal anything other than a bodyguard on Tyrion. So now I know he can keep his Tyrion play, but he's got no claim. He could stealth get it unopposed. So I got to be careful of that. He's 5 power away from winning. But I am... Ooh, I'm only at 6 power. But I do have claim. Now I really wish I had that power behind the throne to stand somebody on a range trigger. Rob, you idiot. So I do have the Iron Fleet Scout. I have the Priest of the Drowned God. They're 3 strength. I don't want to give him a bunch of cards, but this is the final round. So he's sitting at 10. I'm at 7. So I'm going to do a power challenge. Should go unopposed. Due to Theon's awesome ability. So that'll go unopposed. No trigger. He will draw off of my plot. I will claim 1. He's now 6 away. I am now 6 away. We are at a tie game here. So I'm going to do a military here with Dagmar, 5 strength. And that'll go unopposed. So I get another power. He draws a card.
Sorry,
Claim will be the bodyguard. I'll take a renown.
and intrigue.
So I'm going to do an intrigue. He's going to get 2 gold. Now he either lets it go unopposed negative power, or he blocks the challenge, and then he's got nothing to come back with. And then I have locked it down, I think, here. And I'm going to Iron Fleet Scout, actually, to make sure I win it. He gets a card. And I'm going to claim a card out of hand. And it's Davos. So he's drawing a bunch of characters there off of my plot. And I'll get Iron Throne and Chamber of the Painted Table, which puts me at 13. And Guillaume, like a classy gentleman, concedes so that he gets the good strength of schedule and I get the full win. And spoiler alert, well, I guess we don't have it recorded, but I have to play him now in the top 8 on the next day, which sucks. After we just played each other, I hate when that happens. But yeah, so that was the match. Thanks, Guillaume, for the awesome match. Thanks for playing on the camera. Sorry about my super slow play. Sorry about the mod win there. Sorry about stealing your Chamber of the Painted Table and Iron Throne, but damn, you brought that to the tournament. I get to use it against you. Hate that damn combo. But anyways, guys, make sure you subscribe to support the channel. Hit the like buttons. Support us on patreon.com/Rob's Gaming Table to offset the costs of all this work I do here for these videos for you guys. But either way, thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.